The Ukrainian president says that he is ready to hold new elections in Ukraine if the country's parliament will amend the law and its foreign allies provide security.
Zelensky also said that he expected to send Washington revised proposals on ending the war within a day. Now, US President Donald Trump is pressuring Kiev to accept a deal which is formulated by Washington, the initial version of which was criticized by Ukraine's allies as overly favorable to Russia.
In a recent interview, Trump said Russia had the upper hand in the conflict. He also accused Kiev of using war to avoid elections. In response, the Ukrainian leader underlined that election is a question for the people of Ukraine, not people from other states. But Zelensky also said that he was ready to organize a new ballot, adding that he was asking lawmakers to prepare proposals regarding the possibility of amending the legislative foundations and the law on elections during martial law.
Well, Zelensky's 5-year term expired in May last year, but the Ukrainian constitution prohibits elections in wartime.
To hold the elections, there are two questions. First of all, security. How to do it under the strikes, under the missiles, and in relation to our troops. The question is, how to vote. You know it, I don't want to repeat. And the second question is the legislative basis for the legitimacy of the elections.
Zelensky has spent the past few days shuttling between European capitals to hammer out a response to the US plan. On Monday, he held talks with European leaders in London and Brussels.
On Tuesday, he went to Italy to meet Pope Leo XIV and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Well, Zelensky on Monday said that the 28-point US plan had been revised to 20 points. This is after the talks at the weekend.
The US has indicated that Ukraine should give up the Donbas region to achieve peace. This will be in return for security promises that fall short of Kiev's aspirations to join NATO.
European allies have expressed solidarity with Ukraine, expressing concerns over the US plan. Now, in the Politico interview, Trump criticized Europe's role.
This is what Trump said. NATO calls me daddy, referring to previous comments by the alliance leader, Mark Rutte. And then Trump added, they talk, but they don't produce. And the war just keeps going on and on.
Well, he blasted Europe as decaying and weak on immigration. In the latest broadside against some of the oldest US allies, and Trump said that countries including Britain, France, Germany, Poland and Sweden were being destroyed by migration.
Trump's latest comments on Europe have invited criticism by Pope Leo. The Pope warned against such comments, saying they were trying to break apart a very important alliance. He also warned that seeking peace in Ukraine without Europe was unrealistic.
I
really think that Europe's role is very important. The unity of European countries is truly significant, especially in this case, seeking a peace agreement without including Europe in the conversations. It's not realistic. The war is in Europe.
Meanwhile, President Vladimir Putin called Ukraine's eastern Donbas region Russia's historical territory. During a televised event, Putin said that his territory is important. It is our historical territory, absolutely.
However, many disputed his statement, saying Donbas was never historically Russian and Ukrainians have been the majority there for a long time.